Yes, thanks for staying with us on the Sports Show. Always, I'm nervous at this time because I just don't know whether you're going to be the smiling assassin, just the straight-up assassin, angry ant, walk off the show. What's going on, Poppy?
Well, I just want to give you a cuddle. I just want to give you a cuddle. Hey, no,
I'd like to know why.
Well, it's funny because we're having a quick chat, and usually we prepare for this, but just before we went to where you go, okay, what are we going to talk about?
Yep, what do we got?
I want to talk about Rory Sloane's future with the Adelaide Crows. That's what I want to talk about.
Okay, yep.
Is his future beyond this year?
He's got another year on his contract.
Okay, so then there's speculation, I think started by someone with the initials Phil Smythe, that Rory Sloane might find himself interstate.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
If you're a recruiting officer for any club,
yes,
would you make contact with Rory Sloane's agent just to say, is there any chance at all that we could entice Rory Sloane back to wherever?
Yep.
Now, then it's up to his manager to say he's got another year on his contract.
Yes.
If he could work a deal, then we could look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know any manager that would say straight out, nah, you can't get him.
Okay.
They're always going to listen, aren't they?
Okay. Well, look, I agree with you.
Whether that happens or not, we don't know.
I'm surprised that it's happening this early in the season, but I don't discount it in any way, shape or form, knowing the way they operate. It's actually nice to get these things a bit of movement early, so you know exactly where you stand when the business period comes.
Yep. We're clear that there's not honour amongst thieves.
No way, no. No, this is a business, so you need to do what you've got to do to get where you've got to get. So if Rory Sloane was to make his way to St Kilda.
To St Kilda, yep.
Okay, that St Kilda may release a couple of players to Carlton.
All right, so you're going a three-way movement.
Carlton then reactivates the Bryce Gibbs possibility back to the Crows. My question is this, I guess.
Okay.
Does losing Sloane and gaining Bryce Gibbs actually give the Crows anything more?
No, initially.
So what is it post that?
Okay, so we're sitting in the seats. We're just talking about how it could play out. Hypothetically, Bryce Gibbs comes to the Crows.
Yes.
Rory Sloane goes to St Kilda. St Kilda send two players to Carlton.
Yes.
That's how we're saying it could unfold.
Yes.
Not saying it will, it could. Okay. Rory Sloane's got 1 year to go on his contract. He then becomes a 10-year player for the Crows.
Yes.
So at the end of 10 years...
They've got no value.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So the Crows are sitting there going, well, there's no way that Gibbs is as good as Sloane. However, in a year's time, we may get nothing for Sloane.
Okay.
So yes, if we lose Sloane, we may close our premiership window.
Yes.
Gibbs is 32, but we can get another couple of years out of him.
Yeah.
We're getting something.
He's playing good football,
We're getting something. He's white hot at the moment.
Yes. Yep.
But at least we get something as opposed to nothing.
Yeah.
Or do we hold on a year? This is our premiership window, and we'll take our chances at the end of the year to see what happens.
And I want to know why this deal all of a sudden comes on the table for Carlton Football Club, given that they were very reluctant.
Well, they put a high price on him before.
So how does that change now?
Perhaps they say we need a forward, and then we can get a midfielder of like in a trade that we can't get unless we move.
And the other element of this is Rory Sloane's partner gets an opportunity as a result of this change, which would be an attraction for Rory Sloane.
Exactly
is that what we're saying?
That's what my understanding is, that there's a possible good opportunities for her in the media with Channel 7 in Melbourne. That's where the rumour started.
Yes.
And that was because my argument's the same as yours. What's the advantage? Now, if I'm a recruiting person and I'm working for the St Kilda Footy Club, I go, what is Rory Sloane's Achilles heel?
Yes.
So we're not going to be able to buy him because he's already contracted.
No, okay.
Rory's not interested in money. He's not geared that way.
Yes.
He's not that kind of player. However, there's a level where suddenly the offer becomes more attractive.
Yes.
Certainly, Rory at some stages said that he may go to Melbourne and play.
Okay.
He's 29 years old next year. Goes to Melbourne, gets 3 years. Let's say he gets $300,000 a year more or plus from St Kilda for 3 years. So nearly $1 million more over 3 years. But at the end of that, the media world for Rory Sloane opens up.
True enough.
It's not here in Adelaide. Mark Rasciuto owns the media here as far as Crows go. And you kind of go, and Tex is probably next.
Yeah.
So Rory's down the line. Now his partner is looking for a job in the media. Someone at St Kilda just happens, hypothetically, to know someone at Channel 7 and they offer her the opportunity right now.
Yeah.
Right now, you have to come at the end of this year to take this gig at Channel 7 or the job will close over.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that's what's said, but if I was sitting in the seat, That's how I would try and orchestrate it.
Having been in media for quite a period of time myself, I never say never, number one, but when you hear these possibilities, I wouldn't give them a whole lot of credibility other than they've come from you. And over the journey, no, I mean this as a compliment, because your contacts are pretty solid. So if they're being talked about, they're being talked about. Yeah. And don't forget, a lot of deals get spoken about. But I guess the most intriguing thing is for Crows fans is where there is smoke, there is some fire. So the possibility, and guess what? Rory's got a season ahead of him that could be a career-defining moment.
I would say this, that I don't doubt that contact's been made.
Yes.
I don't doubt that they're going to make it really difficult for Rory to say no.
Okay.
In the end, whether he goes or not,
sure,
we wait and see. But my understanding is it's going to be very difficult for him to say no. It's very similar to Darren Burgess going to Arsenal.
Sure.
Instead of staying with Port Adelaide, you get an offer that you can't refuse. Now, again, if I'm putting my business hat on,
yes,
I'm making a double-pronged offer. Now, let me ask you this. Hypothetically,
yes,
how would the Crows be able to match that other than to say, you've got another year on your contract with us?
Well,
Are they going to get his partner a job at Channel 7?
No, fair enough. Okay.
Unlikely. Can they offer Rory something with the media after he finishes playing in the next 3 years, compared to what can be offered in Melbourne? Footy shows, radio, because there's so much more in Melbourne to offer. I just think they're going to put an offer to him that financially is larger.
Yes.
Job offers for his partner.
Yes.
And more for him when his career's over. It's going to be difficult to say no.
Yeah.
So the only reason he'll say no is out of loyalty or his contract.
But you know what though,
But bear in mind, St Kilda are making offers to a lot of other people.
Sure, a lot of water.
So he's just in the mix of a
lot of water to flow under the bridge. But there is a pattern here that's becoming concerning. From Tippett to Dangerfield to Sloane, Dangerfield to Sloane.
The Dangerfield one's a little bit different. I think Paddy had played it really well in that he
was brilliant.
We'll leave it till the end of the year.
Yep.
And he wanted to make sure that the Crows got something for
Sure.
it. I think him and Rory Sloane are very similar.
Well, Sloane probably wanted to do the same until I brought it up because you...
Yes. I think if Rory's contract was up, I think it would probably be on. I think the fact that he's got a year to go may negate that happening.
Yes.
Again, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't, through his management, been approached.
All right.
So Darren Burgess likewise.
Yes.
Approach comes from Arsenal. Offer's too good. Can we come to some arrangement where all parties are winning? And congratulations to the Power and to Darren. I know Burjo, and it would have been really difficult for him to take the walk. And I suspect for Rory, it would be very similar. Doesn't mean he'll go, but it will be very difficult not to go.
Okay.
All right, time for us to go, Poppy. Anything else?
No, I respect your opinion on that.
So you gave me a hug because you think the Crows fans are going to stab me as I walk out the door.
I think there's a fair chance.
I think the Crows fans are smart enough to know that Rory's a great player and he would be getting some offers, contracted or not. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you can join us next week. Bye for now.